What is up, everybody? You are very welcome along to another build-up on another match day here on Anfield Agenda. Apologies that we're a couple of minutes late, but as I'm sure the world of football knows, Roman Abramovich just announced that he's going to sell Chelsea. So myself and Paddy and Connor were just chatting about that, trying to talk through the ramifications and what it could potentially mean. The really interesting part about it, Paddy, for me, mate, is that he's not going to look for the one and a half billion that he's owed from Chelsea, which is a strange move, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, that's a shocking statement, you know. It's probably the right thing to do, to be fair, given the current climate. To not want 1.5 billion back is a bit mad. I don't know what his net worth is. I'm sure he's not stuck for a few quid. But
13 billion, I think. Could be a bit higher.
Yeah. Like 1.5 billion is a wedge and a half. Like, I feel like he'll look for it in the future, but I suppose if you can write it off for now, yeah, it's a big deal. You know, I think the thing I seen was 4 billion he was looking for, which is like that he's not going to get that. But if he doesn't want to look for the loans, then maybe he'll be okay. Yeah, I mean, it's the right thing to do. You know, it's been proven about his involvement with the Russian regime, and you know, it's probably the best thing for Chelsea as well. I know he's been a great owner for them in terms of the things they've won since he's come in. So Chelsea fans are going to be upset about it, but morally, it's the right thing to do. And I'm not going to say respect to Abramovich because I have no respect for him, but it's the best decision.
Do you know what he could do? I mean, I think this would help everybody out. If he took that 1.5 billion, right, and he made his way over to manscaped.com and he put in our discount code WFM20, just think of this, the savings, Paddy. WFM20 will get Roman 20% off and free shipping. Worldwide, Paddy. Doesn't matter where he is, wherever he's hiding. WFM20 will get him 20% off and free shipping.
Spot on. If I had 1.5 billion to spend, the first place I'm going is manscaped.com. WFM20. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, your balls will thank you.
Absolutely. I mean, with that type of money, Paddy, you could be swimming, you could be taking baths in that fragrance. And
it was good. I brought it down. You had an old sniff of it. Beautiful, isn't it?
It was lovely, yeah. Your balls were smelling fresh.
Well, listen, it's to go. Basically, if you don't know, to go into Craig's house, you have to get a sniff test before you're allowed in. So I passed with flying colours.
Yeah, most people are doing the COVID test, but not in my gaff. It's all about the sniff test. You don't get in here if you don't smell of anything Manscaped or Lynx Africa. You're not getting in the front door.
Yeah, I actually asked Craig midstream, "Do you have any deodorant?" And he said, "Yes, I have a shit ton of Lynx Africa in the bathroom," and he wasn't lying. It smelled beautiful.
I mean, it's every Irish man. If you don't have Lynx Africa, I don't fuck with people that don't have Lynx Africa, Paddy.
Agreed. Lynx Africa are a bust. Now, I am a fan of Dove. Dove's underrated.
I know this is gonna sound really. It's not hard enough for me, and I'm not even joking with that. Like Dove's a bit. Oh, I'm Dove fresh, and I'm so clean. Nah, fuck that. I want Chavy smell.
Fair, I get it. Sometimes it's nice to smell nice and just flowery.
There, beats of their own, Patrick. Beats of their own, my man. By the way, while I have you on, we didn't speak yesterday. Congratulations on the podcast. Really delighted for you and Al. I mean, let the people know, my man, because you will. I'll fuck it up for you. So you work away.
Yeah, well, thanks, Craig. I'm delighted to announce I'm the co-host of a brand new football podcast. It's called Goalmouth, the Al Foran's Football Forum. Al is the lead, and I'm the side thing. But, it's a football podcast. If you like hearing about football, we cover it all. Over here, we cover the Liverpool and everything else. But if you want it in podcast form, you can head over to Spotify and search Goalmouth. And Craig will be one of the esteemed guests we get on in the very near future.
I'll tell you what, mate, the idea of you constantly winding up a United fan is box office. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, I mean, they have had words with me like, listen, Paddy, we love your TikToks, we like your TikTok persona, but the goal of the podcast is to retain viewership, not piss them off in the first 5 minutes and they fuck off. So I like to provide a nice, neutral view, but sometimes, like when we're talking about the Liverpool quadruple hopes, I had to get a bit giddy. So, yeah.
I have to. This is proper order, my man. And look, I hope, and I'm sure it will do very well for both of you. Two lads obviously have a lot of time for. So, yeah, up the Irish.
Thank you, sir. Fingers crossed, and I appreciate the out plug.
Hey, always a pleasure, my man. One rises, we all rise. That's the plan. That's the plan on
Absolutely.
Here. Loads to go through today. Look, we will be giving away those boxes over on Twitch as promised. That'll be happening for the watch along, which will be on Twitch. I'll be over there in about 7:30, maybe something around that time. The game kicks off at 8:15 tonight. It is on ITV. In my ignorance the other day, I was like, that's not on telly anywhere. It's on ITV, dickhead. Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, this is how I find out where the games are on, to be fair. I come on the Anfield agenda. I had no clue I just, you don't look for it in advance. Like, so yeah, I can't wait. It's a big game, and we're going to get into the crux of those details now. Kickoff or team news will be in about 15 minutes, so I'm excited to see what we have.
Draw for the quarterfinals will be tomorrow, by the way, for anyone who's asking as well. It's before. I think it's before the Everton game tomorrow.
But I know that we talk about the quads and stuff, but it is very subjective to look at the draw. Just no Man City, and I'm happy. Please, that's all I want.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one. I mean, do you know what? Middlesbrough deserve big respect. Big respect. They've put United out, and now they've put Spurs out back to back. Chris
Wilder, a very underrated manager, probably the best manager in the Championship. The job he done at Sheffield United was very underrated. They're doing okay now as well. But yeah, Chris Wilder, magnificent manager. And yeah, they've had, I would say, 2 giant killings, but Spurs and United, Right, I've had a guess. I've had a guess at the starting 11, Paddy, during the week. And I actually found this a really difficult one to try and figure out starting 11 for. So this is what I've gone with. Let me know what you think then. Yeah.
So I've gone for Alisson, Trent, Costas, Van Dijk. No, have I gone Van Dijk and Gomez? Yeah, let's say Van Dijk and Gomez. You're going to hate me in midfield for this, mate, but hear me out. James Milner in the 6. Alex Oxlade. Nope. James Milner in the 6. Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott. And then I went for Divock through the centre, Jota on the left and Salah on the right. And look, it's very difficult to gauge because they've all played a lot of minutes, so I don't know what way Klopp will look at it.
Very, very nice team. I'll shoot my one quickly. The big holy goalie, Alisson Becker in net. The Northern Irishman, Conor Bradley at right back. I'm going with a bit of Ibu Konate.
Conor Bradley it's Morton that's injured. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I'm thinking Conor Bradley. I want to see Conor Bradley. I rate him very well. So yeah, I'm going with Bradley. I'm going with Konate. No Matip. I honestly don't want to see Van Dijk either. I'm happy to see Matip, Gomez and Konate. Costas on the left. Ox in midfield with Kurt and then Milner. I agree. I like that midfield. That's what you said, right? Back your midfield. Big Divock down the left, down the middle. I honestly will go for Minamino on the right just for a bit of culture. Give Salah a little bit of a rest. And on the left, I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of Mane on the left. I feel like because that's with the view to Diaz playing on the weekend. So. We have a lot of choice. It's really exciting. But one player I really do want to see is Conor Bradley. I hope he does start over Trent.
Yeah, it would be nice to see Conor Bradley get some minutes. Certainly would. I was also flirting around with the idea of Oxlade-Chamberlain in the 6 because if my memory serves me right, he kind of played that quarterback role. I think maybe against Shrewsbury or one of the teams in the League Cup earlier on. I remember him being in a deeper role for us. So I wonder, again, I don't want to be disrespectful to Norwich either because, they are a Premier League team, even if they are kind of weakened somewhat.
Yeah, but of course, there's respect for Norwich. Like, they are a Premier League team, and just about for now, anyway. By the way, just to clarify, the only confirmation we have is Alisson. That's the only thing Klopp said. No, has anyone else said anything about that?
Not that I'm aware of. I think Alisson. Yeah, I think Alisson is.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one because I can understand the need for changes after so many minutes at Wembley, obviously for a lot of players, and with a big game coming up against West Ham on Saturday at 5:30. But at the same time, nobody wants this tie tonight to go the distance.
Is that confirmed, Chris? No, it's not. Kelleher's not playing. He said already, Alisson. But otherwise, that's exactly what I said. Oh, it's not out yet. Sorry. Yeah, I think the only. Sorry, Craig, for cutting across you there. Yeah, the only confirmation was Alisson. But no, sorry, go on.
Did you see that Queeveen's already been added to the goalkeeper's wall of honour, which is class? And it's a gorgeous picture of him as well. He looks brilliant.
I love it. Yeah. I'm not going to even lie. I didn't know that existed up until this week. Maybe that was just because it's not something that is announced really, but yeah, no, it's beautiful. I have to say as well.
Do not lie, because I didn't know either, but I pretend I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I usually do, to be fair, Craig, but I just it's something not too big. So yeah, Adrian's on that as well. That's fucking phenomenal. He's done well there. He really has done well. Yeah, that Super Cup final soulless dreams. I hope to never see him play for Liverpool again. Anyway, yes, continue. He looks beautiful though, Queeveen. Yeah.
Here's a rumoured 11, by the way. Let's just put this out there.
No,
Rumoured.
not Milner at right back.
It's rumoured. It's rumoured, Paddy. Don't worry, it's rumoured.
Yeah, usually they're spot on.
I mean, if Milner's at right back, yeah, I'm with you, my man. I'm it's from reliable sources, right? So I mean, I'm happy with the other three in the defence. I think we're all expecting centre back changes. No problem with Gomez and Kanate. That'd be good to see. Costa's sound. I mean, I'm not hating that midfield either, Paddy.
Well, I got at least I got my centre back spot on. I not nothing against Milner. It's not because it's Milner. I just wanted to see Connor Bradley. Like, you got the midfield spot on, Craig. To be fair, I differed a little bit, didn't I?
No,
you didn't know Milner.
Myself. Oh, yeah. I did have Milner in, but I said I wonder would he go with Chamberlain.
Yeah. I mean, I'm liking that team. It'll be enough to beat Norwich. I really want to see Origi. I have Origi fever right now because he's topical in FIFA, but Minamino is deserving of a start, and yeah, I'm liking that. It should be enough to beat Norwich. Milner he'll do a solid job at right back. I just wanted to see Connor Bradley, but that would be my only qualm.
Yeah, I mean, to me, yeah. I'd like to see the bench as well, obviously, when that comes out, to see the options for the gaffer. But happy for Taki to get minutes, happy for Divock to get minutes, and obviously Diogo Jota getting back into a little bit of rhythm as well. So, yeah, I have no issues with that team. Should be good enough.
I mean, yeah. Listen, yeah, of course. Norwich, we got a nice draw with Norwich. You know, they don't like playing us. I enjoyed reading I went on to their socials last night to see the game announcement and just see their fans saying, "Please, at least score a goal. It's a 9-hour drive or something mental." So they're dreading it. So it should be pretty routine. And listen, Operation Quadruple tonight is the next competition. And I was buzzing when the game was done on Sunday. The fact that the next game was another cup, I was buzzing. I was like, perfect momentum, perfect time. Then you're into the quarters, which this is baffling. I'm sure you've seen it too. If we do get through tonight, first time ever on their clock we've gone to the quarters in the FA Cup. Ever.
That's mad. I think somebody said as well, and I don't know if this is confirmed or not, but if we get through tonight, does that mean the United game gets rescheduled?
Yes. The next round is due to fall there. And my friend Neve is actually meant to be going to the United game, and now that's going to scupper her plans. But what a game to be! I told her it could be a good thing. That now means that United game will be later on with a bigger significance on the title race, and the scenes will be amazing when we spank them 5-0.
Actually, speaking of amazing scenes, buddy, you know, the Paddy Murphy influence on TikTok has already come across to the Anfield Agenda account. That Virgil van Dijk penalty clip that we had. 3 million views. 3 feckin' million views. They're Paddy Murphy numbers.
I mean, on my own pages, I don't think I've ever actually hit 3 million, so not quite. But listen, unbelievable. I listened before the game. I was like, Connor, here's a little tip for the TikTok clips. Make sure you have the footage on screen. It boosts them, because without the footage, that clip probably wouldn't have even broke 200,000, just because that's how it works. People love seeing it, and I was buzzing to see. I too have had a few virals from the game as well, which was great. It's just great. I don't know about you, but when you're uploading videos and you see the numbers go up, it's just the endorphins you get is unreal. It's like, holy shit.
Everything else was dead to me for those 24 hours. Family, every other bit of content, all I was doing was refreshing TikTok constantly. And at first I thought, will it get to 1 million? Because it was at like 750, 800. Yeah, 1 million. But there was a time last night where it got to 2.9. And I said, if this ends at 2.9, I'm going to cry. Because I just love round numbers. I just love round numbers.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, Craig, to be honest, that could like, that'll creep up. That's what TikTok does. That's what I love about TikTok. It just keeps going and keeps going. Dies down a little bit, but you could be up at 3.5 million on that eventually. But yeah, it was unreal. People said I was a bit harsh on Kepa, but
best part of that clip by a country mile was, so I did my Verge scored, and then out of nowhere, enter stage right, Paddy, you can't. That was brilliant. That was the clip. That was it. It was brilliant.
People, I wanted to apologize. I was so loud and obnoxious on that stream. I don't know why. I was just really animated. I was really stimulated. I was just emotional because I seen a couple of the clips when I shouted, "You looking over to Sabrina," and I was like, and poor Lucas, God love him. I hope his eardrums haven't been shattered by me.
Yeah, no, I mean, God bless the poor little lad. Yeah, he does have to put those. He puts those air defenders on at times when I'm doing watch-alongs, mate. So don't worry about that. But no, he was delighted he was part of it. He felt absolutely buzzing. Oh, the Kante clip, yeah, that was brilliant. It was brilliant.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You know what's really freaky? I actually seen the Joel Matip coconut tree clip later that night, and I'd never seen it before, and it came up later that night.
banging, isn't it?
The actual
Look,
one
it
of
looks
him and
really good.
Hendo talking, him and Hendo and Curtis Jones. I'd never seen that before.
Yeah, no, I love him. Joe Matip, he's such a character, man. I love him. I hope he never leaves.
Yeah, we love a bit of baby giraffe, absolutely. Yeah, look, folks, we're waiting on official confirmation of the team news, but it looks like from reliable enough sources that this is what we're going to be working with against Norwich this evening. This one will go to extra time and all the way through, wouldn't it? There's no replays, or is there replays? There's no replays.
No, there's no replays. No, straight
Just
through.
confirm that we are definitely. This could be an extra time jobby.
Yeah. Well, it better not be, Jesus Christ, but yeah, it could.
My mate and his son are actually at Celtic Park tonight. He brought him over for his first ever game.
Paradise.
Yeah, they're over for the St. Mirren game tonight. My mate's a huge Celtic fan, and his son's a Chelsea fan. So he thought, well, I'll bring him to Celtic Park. Hopefully, we can change that.
What age is the son?
I think Jamie's about 6 or 7.
See, perfect time. He can still be converted. He'll be after tonight. I guarantee you, he'll see the atmosphere at Celtic Park and he'll be converted.
Oh, he's absolutely loving it already. He's buzzing. He's the mate. Remember, I said to you a few days ago that he said I walked into my sitting room. There's me 3 kids sitting there watching you screaming at calling somebody a CUNT.
Me or you?
No, me. I was screaming.
You.
His kids came in and were watching one of our clips, and I was there calling somebody. Look, they've definitely heard it out of his mouth. I know him well enough to know they've definitely heard it out of his mouth.
Yeah, and that was another thing actually from all our stuff. People were like, "Oh, Lucas is going to go into school with new words." I was like, "Man, listen, I'm sorry for my language, but you know what I mean. I wouldn't have. I vetoed it. Don't worry. I would. You know, it wasn't just leave me alone."
Oh man, I don't get the bad language thing. I think some people think kids don't hear this stuff. Man, they know it. They know it all. They've heard it all. They've seen it all. And the trick is just make sure that your kid knows where and when he can get away with this kind of stuff. You never dare say anything like that in school.
Exactly. And yes, I am loving the goalkeeper top. I love this top. I don't know why.
It is a beautiful top, to be fair. Weirdly, that top reminds me of Kelleher, though.
Yeah, Queeve. I mean, I would say I was the sexiest Irishman to ever wear this jersey, but Queeve's probably bet me to the punch.
How like you've seen Connor in person now, how freaky is it, the look-alikeness between him and Kelleher?
It's similar, yeah. They have similar beards as well. Yeah, no, there is similar. And it was funny. I seen I'm a member of Liverpool's YouTube, and they had a special clip of Queeve's interview after the game, and he was talking with the Irish fans. Surely Queeve has seen Anfield Agenda. Surely he has to have.
Oh man, I'd love for BU to get down sometime. Maybe when he's on his holidays or something to Cork or whatever, and interview him. It'd be deadly, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'd love that, man. Listen, people may call me big-headed or whatever. There's no doubt in my mind he's seen Anfield Agenda. He's you think Irish Liverpool fan, Craig? You know what I mean? So surely, what a boy. I loved all the love Irish he was getting, like, and everyone calling him an Irish this and an Irish that. And I was like, I felt real proud. It was great.
I love that he cursed in his post-match interview. That was proper Irish behaviour altogether. When Peter McDowell was interviewing him, I think it was McAteer, Fowler, and himself.
Fowler. Yeah. Mac and Fowler, yeah. I love Peter McDowell. I met him at a function there a few months ago. He's a great guy, really sound guy.
I've never had the pleasure of meeting him, but I've been at a few events that he's compared or MC'd, and he's great. He's brilliant. Love Peter McDowell. Very good at what he does.
Living the dream too. And that's another thing. This is a bit of a segue.
Great night with Rafa in the Borgosh before I went to an evening with Rafael Benitez, which was brilliant.
Yeah, I remember that. I wish I got to go to that. Yeah, no, he's a great MC. But I remember though talking about like the wanting to win trophies and stuff, and people are wondering about the quadruple. He was talking about how desperate the play, because he's very close to the players and he's very good friends with Jurgen Klopp. He was talking about how desperate the players and the staff are to win the Premier League title in front of the fans properly. Said they loved the chance, the fact that they won it, but the fact that the fans weren't there properly. They said they're desperate more than anything to do. And the moment I heard that, I just was like, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
I'm just loving all these things like that Neuro 11 company that they brought in and things like that, mate. I love any little edges like that. I love that people explore the way the mind works in different ways and to see if they can figure out how to act in moments. I'm all for it. More of this, please.
Yeah. Absolutely. I was looking into them boys as well. Yeah, I love that, the little edge. Do you know what we were discussing though? They said they'd done like 1 to 6, I think, or 1 to 7. But then after that, it was pure guesswork. They said like Konate and everyone else was nowhere near the best penalty takers. So Jurgen Klopp was like, that was when it was a bit exciting. It was a bit funny. I was like, because he just didn't know. And to be fair, after seeing Konate's pen, I hope he never has to take one again, to be honest, because it was a bit scuffy.
I just loved how pig-headed Verge was. He's like, I don't care where you're standing, Kepa. You can stand all the way over to your right-hand side if you want. I'm still putting it there, and I'm still going to score, and you're still going to look like a fool.
Outrageous penalty. I thought the Fabinho one was, as majestic as it was, wouldn't be beaten, but I think the Verge one has to be. Just the shithousery, the look back, ice cold. I love that, man. And the clips of him celebrating with the trophy and the man of the match. We're so blessed to have that man in our team. Really, really are.
Yeah, he really has. Just we speak about reading of the game and stuff. He's a different level. Like the man's definitely playing chess, not checkers. 100%. He's amazing.
Different gravy. Is different gravy.
What's this crap? I don't know what that's about, but there's blue in there.
Are they Leeds colours?
Yeah, I don't know. There's blue in there. I'm gathering he's probably a fucking City fan or something. I don't know.
Well said, Alan. Thank you very much.
Lucas is a well-mannered and lovely. Thank you very much, Jen. That's very kind of you. Lucas is a goddamn rock star, I'll have you know. He's been taught well in the levels of shithousery. You know, that I'm teaching him. Bit by bit, he's getting there. He already ended Mystique jerseys there with one little mention. We practiced that all week, and he's like, "Oh no, I know, Daddy, oh no." On there, Lucas, happy with the jersey? Nah, fuck you.
I know, that was hilarious. He's a legend. He definitely planned that as well. He's like, "I'm gonna make you look like a prick on stream." That too right.
Yeah, I wouldn't respect him if he didn't, Paddy. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't respect him if he didn't. And I know when there's little Paddy Murphys running around, there'll be little shithouses as well.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, well, that's the plan. Not just yet. I reckon 30. I'll start wanting to spread the seed. But if it happens between now and then with the right woman, we'll keep going. Oh, we keep going anyway. I'm not saying that, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll perfect this task. We'll get it right eventually. By the way, game is on ITV tonight or UTV. I'm not sure. What would you call it? Do you call it UTV or ITV?
ITV. UTV is like Ulster, isn't it? Like it's up north. Isn't it?
Yeah, but when it's on what is it when it's on Irish TV? See, I have a Skybox, so you've got the extra.
No, we have, but we get the English feed, so we get ITV. That's why, like, same with BBC and stuff. So ITV.
Yeah, so it is on there if anybody's looking for the game tonight. 8:15 kickoff for this one. Yes, Colin, definitely Origi to shine today. I mean, what are we saying, Paddy? Will he score? I think he will. I
really hope so. I mean, he's been scoring for me in FIFA, so fair play to him. He cost me a few quid last night as well, the prick, so he could do it scoring a few. I think he will. He usually does, and it's Norwich, to be fair. And it should be a week in Norwich also.
On this, Alan, we are giving away 3 premium boxes over on the stream on Twitch today for subs on Twitch as a little makey-uppy thank you for the fact we did the watch-along. So we upgraded the premium boxes, and I've already paid for them with the guys at Mystique Jersey. So we're going to pick 3 out on Twitch during the watch-along. So make sure you pop across for that one. Are you going to watch of this, or are you just going to relax and enjoy it?
No, my contract is up with Twitch, so I'm relieved of my duties. I'm probably just going to do watch-alongs for the big games. Not that this isn't a big game, but you get me. Like I want to sit back and watch the Lord do a watch along and just chill.
Yeah, I mean, again, not to go into details, but we're technically in a bit of a purgatory at the minute with Twitch as well. After tonight, I don't know when exactly we'll be back there. Maybe next month, maybe so. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns in this industry, isn't there? Shit changes from week to week.
Listen, Craig, you're busy making big moves, but the watch-alongs on YouTube will be there to stay, and the quadruple journey will be. Wait, whoa! What happened there? Yeah, that was
Connor's quadruple journey will be to the images.
Yeah,
like Gabriel has the real 11 now. Hendo starts.
Ooh, I get the team. Allison, Milner, Konate, Gomez, Costas, Hendo, Ox, Jones, Minamino, Jota, Origi.
No Elliot again.
No Elliot. Bench, Adrian, Kelleher, Mane, Diaz, Robertson, Matip, Elliot on the bench, Morton, Bradley. No Mohamed Salah at all.
Probably best that he has a rest, in fairness.
Give him a break. And so we have, Milner starting at right back. So spot on with the keeper, spot on with the centre-backs I was. Left back, yes. Henderson, neither of us had. So, I mean, I'm happy to see Hendo in there. Hendo, Ox, Jones, a full English midfield.
And, I mean, look, I'm much preferring that midfield to some other options we had. I'm glad for Curtis Jones, very glad for Curtis Jones, because you could see the disappointment in his face in the Carabao Cup in the images.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and his tweet as well. By the way, do you want me to read out the Norwich team? Oh no, Norwich are full strength, I think. Ish. Do you want to hear it? No.
Say, oh no, like the prime Barca.
Yeah, well, Tim Krul in goal, Byram, Zimmerman, Ben Gibson, Janulis, Norman, Lees Malou, Rupp, Placheta, Pookie, and Rashika. So they've benched their gun, they've benched Gilmore, they've benched Solis and Sargent. I mean, we'll still beat them, but no, Rashika I'm kind of worried about a little bit. Tim Krul, I would say, is probably better than Angus Gunn. Angus Gunn had a howler. But yeah, I'm happy with the teams.
All I ever remember Tim Krul for was the Suarez goal against Newcastle when he took it. I was at that game. I fell down the steps of the paddock when Suarez rounded Krul to score there. And I remember thinking actually during that game what a unit Luis Enrique was, because I was on the same side as him when he was playing left back. He was right in front of me. My God, that man was built like
Jose Enrique, not to correct you.
What did I say, Luis Enrique?
Yeah, you're thinking. Yeah.
Always, and do you know what? I was going to say Jose Alberto, and then I thought, no, it's Lewis, and I still put the name Lewis out there.
Man,
anyway,
he's a mad
Jose Enrique, absolute unit.
Yeah, he's a tank, isn't he? And he's flat out on TikTok now, Craig. He's coming for our crown. He's like, oh, hello, mate. Thank you for
Tell me his 3 million clip.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be waiting a while. But he's gained like 40k followers in probably like a week or two. So that's cool going.
Hey, look, man, I'm just happy that he's in full health and that he's enjoying life, because he was at the Carabao Cup final as well. Yeah, so just great to see him happy and enjoying life. That's what we want.
Absolutely. God bless him. He came through that battle and he's doing well. He's a beautiful missus. Wish you all the best, Jose.
Absolutely. I know we were all very, very worried about him when he has the issues with his brain. So glad that it was all resolved. So now that we know the starting 11s of both teams, let's try and go with a bit of a prediction here, Mr. Murphy. I will give you first shout.
By the way, sorry, I know I do this a lot. I forget that we do be live at sometimes, and I have us to the left, and I check myself out without realizing it's people can see me do that. So sorry, but yeah. So prediction, right? Okay, I want to get the spot on. I'm expecting a clean sheet. I really am. We should be getting a clean sheet here. So with that thread of thought, 4-0.
Gone big.
You know me, Craig. Go big or go home. Look at these.
For the bench again, Paddy. No Salah. Elliott's on the bench, right?
The bench is Elliott on the bench. Yes, I'll get it for you fully now. Adrian, Kelleher, 2 goalkeepers, and then we have Mane, Diaz, Robertson, Matip, Elliott, Morton, and Connor Bradley, who will feel hard done by not to get a start.
All right, so there's plenty of firepower on the bench if Klopp needs it. I will go 3-1.
3-1, yeah. Okay, I like that. Yeah, when I said we weren't going to concede, I was like, I actually regret saying that, but I'm going to stick with it. But yeah, I mean, as long as we get through, that's all that matters. Luton are 1-0 up against Chelsea, by the way. Go on, the Hatters.
Hello. Doing what we couldn't do, score against them in 90 minutes.
They're losing their sugar daddy and their FA Cup status in one day. Well deserved. And yeah, Luton are better.
On the new owners, mate, I wonder. I know that there's a Swiss guy that's been involved in talks, and he said he's going to bring on 5 or 6 investors. But yeah, I mean, the next owner coming in is probably not going to be as easy going as Roman Abramovich was about the money end of it. They will probably want to see a return. So I would imagine the days of the 100 million Romelu Lukaku type transfers could be maybe coming to an end there with Chelsea.
Yeah, possibly, but you'd be surprised that knowing Liverpool's look and the way football goes, it'll be another country that buys Chelsea. Probably may have more money than Roman, so they'll probably end up they're a big asset, to be fair. And bar this controversy and conflict, they probably never would have been on the table for a very long time. Roman Abramovich would have been happy enough to stay there. It's not like he was just happy as the project, but it's the right thing to be done. It'll be interesting to see how quick this gets done. He certainly said it's going to be a speed. It's going to be a quick process, but it'll be done with due diligence or due course or whatever shite he was talking about. But yeah, I don't think it'll make much difference to the scale of the Premier League. They'll probably still have as much money as they will. I reckon they'll have someone more money.
I know, call me a cynical old bastard, but
you're a cynical old bastard. I
can't see anybody walking away from $1.5 billion worth of money owed. I'm sorry. I don't believe it, but yeah, it seems to be true. It just seems he has to make that money up somewhere. So, like, he might be saying he's not going to make Chelsea repay it, but I'm sure he's probably going to bump up the asking price to reflect the money he's owed.
That's what was rumored. That's why the asking price was rumored as 4 billion, which is at least 2 billion over the odds, because that's what the directors at Chelsea have said. They can expect bids of 2 billion. 4 billion. That's what people were saying. He's never going to sell it if he's looking for 4 billion. So like, as much money as you have, but you're not going to walk away from 1.5 billion. So it's crazy. I reckon Liverpool buy them just to close them down. I would love to do that. If we had that money, that'd be great.
If they get that type of money, though, if they get like 3-4 billion, I mean, FSG are going to be thinking, that's so that's the going rate for a Premier League club.
Chance. But that's the thing, though. It's 2 billion over the odds. So I think 2 billion is the asking price. No one in the right mind will pay over the odds like that, because, football clubs, it's not, they make money and all, but you have to work to make. They're not just going to magically make money.
Well, you immediately need to go in there and build a new stadium straight away. Because let's be honest, Stamford Bridge, they already had plans in place to build that new stadium that looked like a public library. But
it's terrible. There's a guy, there's a Chelsea TikToker who I'm friends with, SDPZ. He's a Chelsea.
Oh, what? Sorry, I thought it might have been Craigo.
I know that guy, yeah, but no, I was into SDPZ. But he was at a Chelsea game and he was like chanting at Tottenham, and the view at Stamford Bridge, from his view, from his seat, literally you could only see half of the pitch. The stadium had blocked out the other half of the pitch from his view, and I was like, is that even worthwhile? It absolutely looked horrific. It's an absolute shed. It needs to be put down, the stadium. But yeah. It's mad that they've never done that, though, with all the money Abramovich has.
He had planned to do it, but then he couldn't he had his visa revoked, do you remember, by the UK, and he had to go get a visa, I think, from Israel or somewhere. So they had plans in place. I think it was even approved for the building of the stadium, but then Abramovich pulled his funding away from it. So whoever goes in there, you'd imagine that will be one of the things, because look, London real estate is expensive, but London ticket prices, mate, also very expensive. I know many Arsenal fans who pay in excess of 100 quid, I think, to go watch games.
Yeah, man, and they're raising that again as well, because they've recorded a record loss. But yeah, they're definitely in bad need of a stadium. But I remember it was because of the whole him being the scumbag thing. So probably.
Do you know who's not in bad need of a stadium, but they are in bad need of a trophy and potentially a new manager very soon?
I think I know who you're gonna say. Tottenham
Hotspur. That is yeah. I mean, how the fuck do you get knocked out by Middlesbrough, mate? With all due respect, United, it's United, but when that's your one goal left for the season, other than maybe top four, your one chance of a trophy, and they go out.
You know what? I just think it's a blessing in disguise. They're not good. They weren't going to win the FA Cup because they're going to lose to Chelsea. They're going to lose to City. They're going to lose to Liverpool. I think they now only have one game a week now. They just have the Premier League, like Arsenal. So I think it's going to be a blessing in disguise for Spurs. I've always said Spurs are going to get the fourth spot, but then Arsenal's resurgence was kind of like, it's going to be them, or it's going to be a direct battle now with the North London battle for top four. I reckon you persist with Conte. They can't keep just swapping managers and expecting different results. You know what I mean? It's the players. They have a shite squad for what they want to be like, and they got rid of 4 players and brought in 2. Kulusevski seems to be a good little player. Bentancur is decent. The chant they've made up for him is unreal, by the way. It goes by the gimme. It goes gimme a ginger from Sweden. Very. Have you heard it? It's so good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah. I had to take my hat off, but yeah,
I wonder what Daniel Ek maybe throw his hat in the ring for that Chelsea. I know he's an Arsenal fan, but Mr. Spotify there, maybe he'll try and show interest there to try and maybe pressure Cronky.
He doesn't have that. Does he have that much money?
Well, he was going to buy Arsenal, and I think he was going to. They're paying is it 340 million or something for sponsorship of Barcelona and the naming rights for the new camp? I think it's going to be called the Spotify camp now.
No, not Spotify camp.
Yeah, that's genuinely what it's going to be called. Daniel Ek's worth 2.8 billion, but they bring on investors, I suppose.
That's mental. Yeah, maybe so.
Imagine being worth 2.8 billion quid and being told you can't afford to buy a football club. That's mad. When you think what we were sold for initially, like 300 odd million.
I know it's a bit crazy. It's the way it's gone. But by the way, Conor McGregor has thrown his hat in the ring for the Chelsea. I was going to say job, but the Chelsea ownership. He literally shared a WhatsApp screenshot of him to one of his directors. Whatever, was like, look into this Chelsea thing. Let's buy it. It's like you don't have that money, McGregor, mate. You have enough money, but you don't have.
Buy Rovers or something instead. You know what I mean? And turn them into like the Angie Macalak or whatever. One of these Irish teams that just goes and wins the Europa League or something. Like pump a shitload of money into them.
Yeah, Spotify Camp Nou, that is atrocious. But Barca are in dire need. And I know, listen, Jesus, I think this is a pre-match build-up show and we've covered everything but the match, but who gives a shit? Fuck, it's been good fun. Barca are on a resurgence, man. They seem to be not back, but Xavi has them doing some wonderful things.
And they're signing every free transfer available in the world, by the way. The looks of Frank Kessie is rumoured to be over the line for them in the summer. And there's a couple more they were looking at as well.
Yeah, listen, they're struggling for a few quid, so they got to do what they got to do. But yeah, big up Barca.
Could be our time, Paddy, to nick in and have the Anfield Agenda Park instead of Tato Park. You know, we could be here, just a bit of money floating around. We could throw our hat in the ring there for Tato Park.
Yeah, perhaps. And while we're on the name of stadiums, I didn't know this, and people might banter me for this. Anfield is named after. Yeah. Oh, you did know that. I think I definitely known that before, but yeah, that was another thing. I was like, that's another response to your Irish and support Liverpool, Bo. It was like, it's literally Anfield's named after somewhere in Ireland, mate. How Irish do you want it to be?
Oh, mate, I did a little. You know the way you can reply on TikTok with a video. So
you're mastering that art.
Yeah, the worst thing Conor ever did was tell me that function existed, because now I'm gonna just shout abuse at everybody. But I replied to somebody on there who said not a Scouse accent in the room when me, you, Conor were celebrating that time. And again, the ignorance by so many people to why Irish people are drawn to the city of Liverpool or the history of the club itself baffles me. You have people that, as my dad would say, Paddy, they're know-alls that know fuck all.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's just, I don't know what, every time it just triggers me, and it's like it just triggers me when they say that, because I want to educate them, but I'm also not arsed. But yeah, no, we don't need to justify ourselves to anyone. Up the fucking Reds.
I think I'm just going to become a TikTok shithouse. I think I'm just going to be a wind-up merchant on there now. Welcome. Oh, you have it to a T, mate. I won't be doing any of these dancey ping ping videos. Like that's your bag.
Do you know why I've started doing them? It's just sitting. Like, I love talking about football, but I'm gonna save my actual talking football for here and the podcast now. So, and then TikTok is just nice short form. Get the moves out, shake them around, get 100,000, 200,000 views every time, and then you're off to the bank. And you're not off to the bank because TikTok don't get paid. You're off to the clout bank.
I haven't even watched the one of us dancing in the kitchen.
That has 840,000 views.
I don't want to look at it. I don't want to see myself dancing, mate. I'm all right.
You look beautiful. It was more, I wouldn't say dance, it was more off your face in the kitchen at 4 a.m. vibes. But it was funny.
The dad two-step, as I told you before. That's all you get when you turn 40. You're only allowed to do a two-step. That's it.
Yeah. You know, if anyone doesn't want to see Craig dancing, by the way, if they didn't see it, go over to Mr. Paddy Murphy on TikTok. You get to see Craig dancing. Yeah, they've introduced 10-minute long videos. It's not for me. I'm not going to fuck with that.
10-minute long? Yeah, I don't think I could be that interesting for 10 minutes.
No. Then again, you could. I just don't. Not even that you won't be that interesting. You are, but I just don't think it'll fly on TikTok. That's not what TikTok's for. Like, it's quick fire, isn't it? Like, that's what appeals about the app.
True. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to say my goodbyes now and go over to Twitch for the watch along.
I had 5 minutes of Liverpool talk there, by the way. Sorry.
We'll be back though, Paddy. Don't worry, we'll be back. Yeah. So after the game, I'll do a quick 10-50 minute reaction of my own. Then I'll be joined by Mr. Paddy Murphy and we'll do a full half-hour reaction. So that'll be back on YouTube. So over to Twitch now for the watch along. I think Connor should have the link somewhere in the chat. And we'll be giving away those 3 Mystique jerseys boxes as well. But thank you to Manscaped who are sponsoring this preview or team news announcement video. And we will see you guys afterwards. Enjoy the game, Paddy. And hopefully
thank you. Absolutely. Up the Red. See us after, guys. Have a good one.
Talk to you in a bit, folks. See you over on Twitch. Fingers crossed. Bye-bye.